good morning to you.
Good morning, Jane.
Why are we seeing what we're seeing at the moment?
Well, I think that we're back in the 15th century because it is very important that we tackle the issue of history. This is a new Mwenematapa. And he was a ruler who did not intend to have opposition. So we're seeing this, and we continue to see it in the African countries because they don't want to have a discussion and a debate under the Palava tree. And that's the problem. There's no rule of law in any African country because that's the problem, that how we had been trained with the education that is a colonial education, which we need to change. I have a book here that is called Tomorrow I'll Turn 20, and tomorrow I'll turn 20. So I want to see Africa in the eyes, and Zimbabwe in the eyes of a teenagers who has not been educated very well in terms of the structure and the system that is a failure in Africa.
But how can the president not see his country as a failure in light of his experience under Robert Mugabe, working very close with him? So obviously he learnt a lot, which we're seeing playing out today.
Well, I would say sometimes we tend to condemn Robert Mugabe, but we must also understand that the crocodile, so they call him, is among the people who implemented the policies that were prevailing in Zimbabwe, which we used to call Rhodesia in ancient times. So it is very important today to understand that African leaders in general, the AU, the Pan-African Parliament, they are toothless organizations. And here, I'm calling again, and ever, I will call the SADC leaders to come on board and to unite. We need solidarity towards the issues that are pertaining to Zimbabwe right now.
But we don't do that, do I mean, are we going to see South Africa sit back again, as we have done before?
If they sit back, we will have the influx of migrants that we have seen. Already we have a problem with xenophobia, with migrants that are saying we are not being accommodated or hosted, while in actual fact South Africans were accommodated during the apartheid era. So it is a time that we need to sit and reflect as Africans. What are the solutions for our continent, for a given country that is undergoing a problem? And that is the rule of Ubuntu.
And we need to take action now. If you see what's happening in Zimbabwe, I mean, you know, growing repression there, increasing dictatorship, people can't put food on the table.
It is now or never. It's either we all perish or we take strong measures right now. As a continent, South Africa, Zimbabwe, Zambia, and Zimbabweans themselves. Where are the intellectuals of Zimbabwe? What are they doing? There's a time where the civil society needs to stand. Even across the border, we saw with South Africa during apartheid, the Thabo Mbeki, when they were sitting in front of Oxford University and bringing awareness. So the entire continent now need to gear up together and say enough is enough with these despots that we see.
Well, let's just apologize to Zimbabwe now and get that out of the way. Jean Bwasa, thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you very much. I don't think that the apology is necessary now. We need to fight.
I know.